Okay, so we have a question here which says use the binomial theorem to find the first four terms in the expansion of 1 over 2 minus 3x to the power 2. So step 1, what we are going to do is that we are going to reciprocate this one so that it becomes 2 minus 3x negative 2 by laws of indices. And then by the binomial theorem, I hope you know it. I really hope that you know the binomial theorem. If you don't, I can write it for you here. So if you are expanding a plus bx, for example, all right, okay, to the power n, this is just equal to a to the power n plus n, an minus 1, then we've got bx plus n minus 1, n minus 2, bx squared over 2 factorial and so forth until the term bx to the power n. Just binomial theorem. So we're going to use the same concept here to find the first four terms in the expansion. All right, so let's go. Right, we'll combine them later on. If you want, you can do them part by part, it's fine. All right, what matters is that you do the correct thing. So you can start with 2 to the power negative 2. All right, we evaluate this one, which will just give us what, 1 over 4, right? Okay, so done. The next one which we are going to find is we find the next term is this term involving n a to the power n minus 1, then bx. And in this case, our bx is negative 3x. All right, so our n is still negative 2, so we're going to say negative 2 here. Our a is 2. Our n is negative 2 minus 1. Our b is negative 3x. So we can now evaluate this one and see what we're going to get. So we get negative 2. We get 2 there. This will give us negative 3. And here we get negative 3x. Okay. So if we evaluate this one, this will give us 1 over 8. But there's a 4 there. So we expect to have 1 over 4. But there's a 3 on top there. So we expect to have 3 right, over 4 and x like that. That's perfect, because the negative and negative, this will be 1 over 8. 2 can go into 8, but there's a 3 on top, so we get this. We keep it, right? Second term. Let's go to the third term. The third term involves this part there, where our n is negative 2. Our n minus 2, this becomes negative 2 minus 1. Our a is 2, and the power is now negative 2 minus 2. Then bx is negative 3x to the power 2. We square it like that. But remember, we are saying over 2 factorial, like that. So we can evaluate this one, right? So what are we getting when we evaluate this one? Right, so slowly by slowly. So here we get negative 2, here we get negative 3. So multiplying these together, we get negative 6. First of, sorry, we get 6. We get 6 first of all. These 2 here. Then we've got 2 to the power negative 4, which is 1 over 16. So we have 1 over 16 there. Then we have squared in this one, will give us 9x squared. 2 factorial is just 2. We can move on and evaluate. Still 2 can go into 6 3 times, so we get 3 there, 1 over 16, 9x squared, something like that. So we end up 3 times 9, we get 27x squared over 16. We can reduce this, can we? No, it's fine. So that's the third term. We keep. We go to the fourth term. Our fourth term now is going to have n negative 2, n minus 1, which is negative 3. We already computed it here. Then it's going to have n minus 2. So the n minus 2 drop, and n minus 2 we said is negative 4. So we get negative 4, right? Because you know it keeps on dropping. So this will remain. The n minus 2 will drop down, so we get negative 4. Then we are going to have a, which is 2 to the power n minus 3 now. Now what is n? N is negative 2. So that will give us negative 5 there. All right. Then bx, it will be this. Oh, negative there, sorry. Then we say to the power 3 over 3 factorial, like that. We're moving together, right? So evaluating this one, so this is the negative 6. What is negative 6 multiplied by 4? We get negative 24. We keep. This is a negative, so we are going to have 1 over 32. This will give us 1 over 32. This. Then cubing this will give us negative 27, then x to the power 3 over 3 factorial is what? 6. So we can move on and say, all right, okay. Having that, we know that 6 can go into 24, which is negative 4 times. All right, good. All right. So we get 1 over 32. Here, we are still getting a 27, right? All right, so it's still negative 27. X to the power 3. We have to evaluate this one until the last step is done. Of course, negative will give us positive. 4 can go into 32. How many times? 8 times. So we're getting 27 over 8 to the power, like that. We now combine everything. We combine. Starting from 1 over 4. So 1 over 4. So now we say 2 minus 3x, or let me just say 1 over 2 minus 3x squared is equal to, so we have 1 over 4, we go to plus, we had 3 over 4x, if I remember very well, it's there. The next we add 27, like that, plus 27 over 8 x to the power 3, plus so. Kwasila. Next. Expand the root of 1 minus x in ascending powers of x as far as the term x to the power 3 using binomial series. Alright, so step 1, let's just get our friend there. Alright, we know that this minus this is just the same as 1 minus x to the power half. So our n here is what? Half. We go. Let's now find the first term here. Our first term, it will be 1 to the power half, which will just be what? 1. Next, our second term, remember, our second term. So, n, we are here. N is half, a is 1, all right, the power n minus 1, so half minus 1, then bx. Now our bx here is just negative x. So what we get when we evaluate that part? So we know that we'll be getting half 1. This part will give us negative 1 over 2. Now we've got negative x. That's all. Is there anything else that we have to do here?